Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. And this time we're going to hear from Mr. Loy Ventura on his version of how things unfolded in their relationship.
In my life, the word different is very important. It has led me to all the blessings I've had in my life as a lawyer. I'm always interested in things different. When I met Tweetums, she was a bit different because one time she told me, "Why don't you be my boyfriend?"
Okay.
You vixen.
Direct
I love
is
it.
best. Okay.
Yeah. After all, I was president of a company.
All right. Yeah.
So she had the command, My answer was that, yeah, but I don't want to hurt women because I do not know whether I can reciprocate. We were good friends. I like her. I love to hear her stories. I would look at all the photographs in her condo, which shows how she looked when she was young. My God, some were in bathing suits, and oh my God, they were pretty. Shows how pretty she was.
Yes.
Until some events happened. The first event I recall is that she was a very good friend. When I opened up a branch of my business in Santa Rosa, I invited her to come with me as a guest.
Mhm.
And so she agreed. But then later on she said, Loy, I was able to borrow a house from my friend so we can sleep over.
But this is my story.
Oh, okay.
He invited me there to the launch. I asked, how many will we be?
Uh-huh.
He said, it's three of us. You, my brother, and me. So three. Okay? Then I thought about it and I thought, oh my gosh, it's an inauguration and it's in Silang, Cavite. So it might end late and we might have to sleep over. So I thought about a friend of mine who I knew had a house in Silang.
Yes.
And that she rented it out. So I called her and I said, how many rooms do you have? She said 3. I said, how much is the rent? She said, oh, if it's you, it's free. So I said, oh, great. Okay, can I have it for one night? So then I called him and I said, I've got a place for us to sleep.
And how did you feel about that?
Oh, I felt a little bit excited.
Disappointed.
I thought I planned to go to her room.
Yes.
I lost nerve, so I did not.
So romantic. I love it.
I really planned because I was about to rest in my room and she knocks the door.
Locked
gives
the
me-
door.
No,
Goodness.
I knocked.
Oh, knocked.
knocked
Okay.
at the
Because he
door.
told me he had no toothpaste.
She gave me a toothpaste, but when she gave me the toothpaste, she was in her 90s,
It wasn't 90s, it was long.
long. So I had to fight.
You
My-
had to stop the urge. Is that it?
others. Then after that, later on, after a few weeks, I got a text from her, which effectively says, "What if we check in a hotel, stay there for 2 days?"
Tweetums.
Very forward of me.
So
Because things were picking up,
Okay.
okay? But he wasn't going to do anything. So
anyway, that proved that
No
she's
time to waste here.
She's different. She's different. And so I decided that she's the one because of her colorful life, of intellectual accomplishments, of her continuing work as a good columnist.
Yes.
When I go out with her, people will greet her.
And not you?
Not me. And people who don't really know her but knows what she has written about.
Yeah.
She's that popular when we go out.
Oh, we know how Tweetums would probably stop traffic anywhere she went, so I can understand that. Let me ask you something, Loy and Tweetums. You are an older couple. How do you keep it together now? How does life go on so that it gets stronger and better?
I talked to her at the beginning, and I told her to recall and memorize the lyrics of how do you keep the music playing.
Oh,
Yeah.
One of my favorite
Because-
yeah,
songs.
same here.
That song
Yes,
describes the difficulties in maintaining
in
love.
maintaining a relationship.
It needs good efforts
Yes.
on both sides.
So it's not an easy thing. It's
Easy
something you
thing.
both work at.
Work out, that's right. That's the only way.
Yes.
I decided to move into his house, but also took a place for me in the same building, but in the south wing, he's in the north wing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But then the other night when we came home from somewhere for the first time, I told him, I feel I'm really home.
Oh, isn't that nice?
So it's worked already.
That's
the
great.
adjustment period is sort of over because I really feel it.
How long has the adjustment period been?
Well, it's going to be our wedding anniversary on January 24th.
And how many years will that be now?
One.
Oh, how wonderful.
okay.
At this point, if we had our audiences being able to ask questions of you, what would you say for those of us who would like to meet someone to spend company with, if not, in marriage, but just in friendship?
I'm going to have to say it will just happen.
It will.
Because I was single for 40 years. I never expected to marry again.
Wow.
And then one day it just happened.
Well, you look very happy, Mr. and Mrs. Ventura, I have to
Thank
say
you.
that.
Yes, that
And I thank you very much for coming to talk with us, to share this with our audiences. And may we invite you back a little bit later to ask you how...
To talk about our squabbles?
Yes! No, I was thinking a little bit more. But anyway, we'll see whether we can get it by the censors, if we can. Okay.
I think it's great that, this couple shows seniors out there that
Yes.
there is life
Absolutely.
beyond a certain age.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yes. Yes, there is
Yeah.
life
Yes.
beyond a certain
it's different
age.
because I'm 80 and she's 74.
Yes.
We have past life. We know what life is all about
Yeah.
Yeah.
and how to adjust. We
And how to have
experience the
fun.
higher.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
incredible.
that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Maturity, basically. Yeah.
Well,
And
but we
have,
just love to go to the grocery together.
Oh, that's super. That's one of the nicest things to be able to do, too,
No,
by
really,
the
yeah.
way.
It's those
Yes.
little things
Yeah.
that make it work. Yep.
And some,
Unfortunately, we're going to have to call this segment to a close, but please come back another time.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that all right
Thank
with
you very much for
Thank you
Joining
very
us
much for
tonight.
having
Yeah.
us. No?
Yeah. I enjoy doing these things.
Thank you, Loy. Mr. and Mrs. Loy Ventura, and this is Privilege Card.